Hello there everyone and welcome back to Modded Minecraft. I'm here with Kate and Shneeky tonight.
Hello.
Hello.
And we've got a whole bunch of different little projects to work on. Now, where are you set up, Shneeky?
I am down at the blood altar.
Okay. Cool.
And today I'm going to show you the start of the end-all be-all blood armor that is regarded by many people to be one of the most powerful suits of armor in the modded community right now.
Alrighty.
So to start with, check out this chest. You'll see on the bottom row, you'll see some filled sockets and a soul armor forge. You're going to want all 5 sockets, the soul armor forge, 1 weak blood shard, your activation crystal, and a sanguine helmet that is fully repaired.
Sanguine helmet. The activation crystal, I believe, is in the network. Yep, there it is. Weak activation crystal enough?
That'll work.
Yeah, I see these are very expensive too.
Yeah, they are.
Now, let me just see if I can remember how this works, because I think I've seen this done once.
Okay.
I'm just going to we'll just set it up right here. So, is that about right?
Yep, but before we hit that forge, you're going to put one of those weak blood shards in one of those sockets, and then you're going to put your sanguine helm in a different socket.
Okay, so weak blood shard in one, sanguine helmet in the other. Done and done.
Now whack it with your activation crystal.
Cool.
Oh.
Now right-click the helmet to bind it to you.
I think it's...
Before you put it on.
Yeah, it's mine. Current owner, LODS7. Cool.
Awesome. Now then, it should have the same effect that your sanguine helmet had, in that you should be able to see, things just like the goggles of revealing.
Well,
that's what the weak blood shard and the sanguine helmet did for you there.
Cool. Well, it'll be easy enough to confirm. I think.
Just go up to our Thaumcraft level, and it should be fairly obvious.
Yeah.
If you can see the shinies, then you're good.
Yeah, I can see the shinies. So, excellent. All right. Well, that was other than the block of time you spent off camera crafting all those bits.
Yeah, that's 30,000 LP per socket that's filled, and that's just the filled sockets. The empty sockets to fill are 4 blood shards, 4 glass, and a diamond in the middle. So that's kind of interesting. Now that we've kind of got imbued and reinforced slates on farm, shards are not as big a problem. It's pretty much a matter of, LP investment again. So yes, tons of LP that's done off camera, but, that's what off camera is for.
The armor looks really cool in the mod pack I'm using.
Wait until you get all 4 pieces. Yeah. There's a set bonus.
Hey, Kate, where are you? You got to see this.
I am over by my thing trying to throw stuff on a pad.
Check out the helmet.
Ah, you stole my ring. Give my ring back, and that is an awesome helmet.
Yeah, the modded version of it looks almost like samurai armor.
Cool.
Got the...
That is nifty.
Yeah. Okay, so... that's stop number 1 of the day. Shall we go show everybody how that node's coming along, gosh? Next.
Let's.
Yeah. It's getting bigger. I've put a lot of stacks in here already.
Now, did you mention the problem we had last episode?
I'm not sure. Off camera?
Well, no. With the previous hungry node that we were playing with, we found out is pale, and so it will actually generate like 20% of what it should.
Yeah, it's.
And so we're using this other hungry node that we found to be a more suitable replacement.
Yeah, I'm just gonna not worry about it right now. I don't really feel like catching heck from this creeper. I do need to get a few more levels though. There's also an Enderman stuck up against it, which is really funny. Enderman's really pissed. I don't think he's going to be able to do much to me, though. Whoa. Little jerk. It's a shame we can't have the these guys tracked in there without... Excellent. I'm still... I'll need a few more levels, but not urgent. I think some of that will be acquired at our next stop, which is... We have Taint.
We have Taint, which is step 1 of 2 of getting these hungry nodes energized to power our base.
It's actually part of step 2 as well. So off to the Skunkworks, where thanks to our off-camera work, we have a chunk filled with Taint. It was generated by the Primal Charm. After.
Oh, there it is.
Yep.
Wow, yeah, we've got some Taint growing now.
But it only went to the one. It only filled the one. So we've got tainted sheep down there, tainted chicken, or we could try and get something from an actual tainted monster of some sort. I don't know what's the most efficient thing to work with.
I'll be honest, I'm not either.
My instinct is we'll grab a tainted creature instead of a. Oh, hey! Speaking of which, look what we got here. Come on, get you. Got him. We have a taint swarm in a bottle. Awesome. So now
that is actually pretty awesome. Yeah, that will definitely lead to fun times.
Well, that served its purpose. Oop. Oh, that's another taint swarm. I suppose we should probably destroy that spawner, shouldn't we? I guess I'll grab a chicken or a sheep just in case the taint swarm's too much trouble to work with. Those are some terrifying looking critters down there, aren't they? There we go.
They certainly are. I've been scanning these things and been getting some research notes.
Oh, good call. Oh yeah, I should probably do the same thing with this taint swarm that's actually doing a fair bit of damage to me. Just play dead, you silly thing. Oh, right. Shoot. Tainted goo. Gotta be careful about picking that stuff up. Oh, I see you've got the little... I see you've, you baited the spiders. Silly little things. Alright, I'm gonna scan this... Do you want to scan this taint spawner before I destroy it?
What taint spawner?
Right here at the top of this former tree. That's where these taint swarms are coming from. It's a natural spawner. When trees get converted into taint... I have a lot of experience with this. When trees get converted into taint, the top of the tree becomes a spawner. If you go up to the top of the...
Okay, I've scanned it, so awesome. You can go ahead and whack it.
Yeah, because it's more trouble than it's worth would be the short of it. Whoop. It's actually a hit point based thing too, which is really interesting. Okay.
Dissolving tainted goo has infected you with taint.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
You just gotta get it. You gotta get that stuff out of your inventory as quickly as possible. I'm just gonna throw it in a box by our future spawner location. It only decays if it's in your inventory. It will actually last forever outside of your personal inventory.
So, like in a backpack?
Yep. A back.
Yeah, I just put mine in a backpack. It seems to be working. Now then, there is a... Is there a node in here somewhere?
Yeah, I put a node in there deliberately just to see if it would actually taint. I was just curious.
It has.
Awesome. That was just part of the experiment.
And moving that will actually taint anything in the area. So that is step 1, tainting the node. Mm-hmm. Accomplished.
Yeah, we can also as a possibly as an easier solution, we can just we'll be able to make bottled taint at the end of this episode if we get this system set up, because it's probably the easiest way to move taint around, because you just throw it in a bottle. It's not dealing with anything dangerous. But we'll see. So I'm going to use your Skunk Works as the building. I think we don't need the...
we don't need the fume generator.
The fume generator that doesn't seem to have actually done anything. We've got a lovely big box filled with flux. It's not actually doing anything.
Okay, so apparently for whatever reason it's not working. Well, that's going to be easy to turn off.
Yep. Yep, that's... Oh, I left my wand. I left my wand behind. There we go.
Careful.
That's all good. Just going for a swim. Okay, so I'm going to convert this building here. Well, okay, are you still teleporting in here? Is this still your point of arrival?
Technically.
Okay, then I will...
I can change it.
Yeah, I'll just set it up on the other side of the wall. I'm going to build a little mob spawner. Oh boy, that is a steady...
That works.
Look at that column of flux that's leaving here. That's crazy.
Well, there's an awful lot of flux gas in there.
I'll build it... Okay, I need to make sure it's actually all in one chunk, otherwise it'll be a real pain in the butt with chunk loading.
So, since it's in a swampy kind of biome, would that be a form of swamp gas?
I guess, yeah. I guess it is. Alright. Alright, I'm just going to build it over here. Whoops.
My wife has threatened me because it's a reference to an artist by the name of Leslie Fish, who had an interesting song about the flux, swamp gas, and how it was used as a convenient excuse for just about anything that scientists couldn't figure out back in the 50s.
Or anything the government didn't want to admit. Oh, hello. That was a creeper. Wow, that was actually kind of convenient. I had to get rid of some of that. There's a hole in your wall, by the way.
Yes, I noticed.
That's a fun sentence.
Yeah. Alright, so we'll just set up our...
I'm poking a few more holes in the ceiling to let it air out a little bit faster.
Good plan. Good plan. Alright. Alright. I am going to set up the actual item processing on this side of the wall, just because I don't see really any other sensible place to put it. It's already a building. It's already pretty secure, so...
It works.
Yep. Alright. There's the cube. And the... cube of activation. Linked to reactor energy out, which is sort of the primary network. I have a lot of junk in my inventory right now. Wow. Lots of not junk too, but that creeper really kind of flooded me with bits and bobs of stuff.
I have rebound my Skunkworks page to be outside that building.
Yeah, it's actually going to be okay now, but as long as it's not in this cube I'm making. 4, 5. Now, do you know the spawn radius of the applied of the Ender IO mob spawner?
Big.
Is it
I'm wanting to say at least a 7x7.
Okay, so we'll have to secure everything outside of the 5x5 radius then. Because the grinder, the Minefactory grinder only works in a 5x5 radius. It's just something we'll have to work on.
Oh, hey, this was a maple tree, unfortunately.
Yeah, it was.
Did you lose all the maple syrup?
I've got 2 maple syrups out of it. Do you happen to have a maple tree, or do I need to try and get a sapling for
I
you?
believe we have a maple tree.
I think we do. But if you get a sapling, that'd be cool.
You know, being, since you're Canadian and all.
Do you like that maple syrup?
You bet, eh? That sounds so funny.
Okay, I'm leaning towards using a mob type that does not fly for this. I just have a feeling that the Taint swarm, if things go wrong, is a lot more dangerous than a tainted sheep.
And I would like to
agree
point
with
out
this.
that we are Western Canadian, not Eastern Canadian, so a lot of the stereotypes don't actually apply. A lot of them, not all of them. Except that, yes, we do have like a 1.5 liter jug of maple syrup in our fridge.
Yep. And it is delicious.
Whereas me being a Texan, I've only got about, I don't know, a little half a jar of actual real maple syrup because it's a rather expensive import here.
It's a rather expensive. It's rather expensive at our end too. Probably not quite as
But not that
expensive.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, for down here it's an import item to get actual real maple syrup and not the generic, not actually
Maple flavored
syrup.
sugar
Yeah.
water, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. No, that's well,
Hey.
at least you can actually get it. It's
Hey, every once in a while, my uncle used to bring us cans of it from Quebec. Oh man, there's just not quite the same. I mean, it's real maple syrup, but for some reason, the stuff that comes in a can from Quebec is just like so much better.
yeah.
Less processing, I believe.
Probably.
Hello there, zombie. Give me your XPs. Thank you. Alright. Now, I am going to need... Do we have anything applied energistics related going into our... No, Tesseracts don't carry applied energistics, do they?
No, unfortunately, they don't.
Okay.
To do that, you need a whole nother. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's not going to be
Okay,
possible.
I'm just trying to figure out how to power this alchemical furnace. You know what? I'll just auto convert everything at the. I'll just set up an auto conversion at the arrival end. That'll be way easier. Yeah, no, I got a plan. It'll be easier to manage the crystallization portion of this at the base rather than trying to figure out how to bring how to bring the reliably bring fuel out here.
That sounds like an idea. Or we can, get a wind turbine.
Oh no, it's not the fuel for the it's not power, it's fuel for the alchemical furnace that requires something like coal. Not quite as easy to just make on site. Not impossible, but oh crud, did I think I did. Ah crud. I crossed boundary. Just a little. Just a minor tweak and we'll be fine. Oh. Got a...
Oh, cool.
What you got?
The Elementium, which is the metal I can make after the Gaia fight with the pixies, if I feel like, is the pickaxe will mine all the mundane items, so dirt and stone and gravel, and leave all of the precious items.
Cool.
And the shovel will dig out all blocks affected by gravity in one go.
Cool. That's a pretty neat. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like in a shaft. So, yeah, so nothing will fall on your head.
Nifty. Now that is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now I'm letting the gas escape here.
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, I need actually to find some of these critters that are wandering around. Because I need another level and a bit of XP. Alright, time to hunt. Really? I find it funny sometimes how you're actually want to find mobs and nothing is out there. It's kind of annoying. When you actually want them, you can't find them. When they're, unwanted, they're everywhere. Ah, here we go. Hello. That was a warp creeper. What's up?
Oh, I'm just looking at the stuff I can make with Terra Steel. One of them is the rod of the Terra Firma, which basically you use to flatten areas. It uses mana, and it will either add or take out blocks to make the whole area at your level.
Cool.
At the level you're standing on.
Yep, and there is an artifact that requires the second tier boss fight that improves its functionality.
Cool. But it doesn't save anything it digs up, so you just it appears.
Cool. One more mob should do it for me XP-wise, and then I can actually convert this into a useful mob spawner.
Excellent.
Of course, I actually haven't done this right. I've got these things in... I need to get, what is it, a bottle or something? Of...
Soul Vial,
Soul
I
Vial,
believe.
okay.
You want me to go grab one?
Actually, that would be great, because I really don't want to be opening up a bottle of tainted critter back at our home base.
Yeah, probably not so much.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt anything. We'll be in a position to get rid of it pretty soon, but not really any reason to put ourselves in that position if we don't have to. There we are. That's 30 levels. Yeah. Well, I've got a tainted sheep in a can, and we'll just pull it out and quickly convert it, or quickly soul vial it, and then we should be good. I guess I should find out if before we go to dive into that, I guess maybe I should go and find out if these tainted sheep actually drop what we need. So I'm going to go kill these these other tainted sheep. I don't really see any reason to preserve them.
Hang on a second. Let me be right there with the soul vial. So grab one.
Oh, okay. That works too. I've got one in a bottle. I guess it wouldn't hurt to keep one in reserve, though, would it? Oh, we've got tainted creepers now. That's terrifying.
Oh, yes, tainted creepers.
Are probably the most dangerous way to move this taint around. That's why I'm thinking taint in a bottle might be the better bet. Or tainted nodes.
Valid concern. Although when a tainted creeper blows, it takes everything with it.
Did you get a bottle of tainty sheep?
Not yet. I'm trying to get it without getting the creepers upset with me. Okay, apparently tainted creepers cannot be soul-viled, so yeah, we're not going to be able to use the Ender IO spawner.
Oh, we're going to need Minefactory spawners then?
Yep, we're going to need a Pokeball.
And that means we're going to need an essence, which we have already set up. We just need to actually... It's actually all set up. We just need to actually
Right.
do it. Okay, that's not the end of the world. Too bad, though. The
Not in the least.
Ender IO one is a little bit more convenient.
More set up initially, though, because you have to get the spawner, forge the spawner into the new spawner, and then get it set up. So it takes more levels to set up and
Yeah.
more inconvenience on the front end, but then it just runs on power. A lot of power, mind you, but power.
Funny enough, we already have that all in place. Okay, we're going to go back to the castle and get some of this stuff set up. And also get some more food before I get in a position where I'm going to starve to death. Because that would be bad, too.
Yeah, that's always a good idea.
Alright.
I am unable to craft this axe.
Which axe are you looking at?
I was gonna make the Terra Truncator. But if for some reason it won't craft in my crafting table.
Now that requires Terra Steel, Living Wood, and Glowstone.
Yes.
And I think that has to be crafted in a regular crafting grid, not in the Tinker's Construct version.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because that's not working.
Interesting.
That's irritating.
So do you have a full Terra Steel armor suit yet?
I do have all armor.
And did you upgrade the Terra Steel helmet to a Terra Steel helmet of revealing?
Not yet. I still need to make the goggles first.
I can make you a set of goggles, so let me do that for
Yeah,
you
if you
real
could do
quick.
that, then I can combine them and things will be good.
Alright. So the question of the hour is, do we have...
Vampiric zombie fell out of the world.
Yeah, I've been seeing that on occasion.
I believe that is pertaining to the end, because remember when you drill all the way down to the bottom there is no bedrock in the deep dark.
So you think things are just falling into the void?
I strongly suspect it, yes.
Do I? Yes. Okay. Good. We have already got the all-important mob essence going into the Tesseract. I've just turned on our mob essence generator for now because we're going to need it working.
There we go.
Okay. So spawner. I'm coming back to the Skunk Works.
Alright, and we got...
Everything coming along over there. What are you actually making, Kate?
I made a axe who, in theory, will take down a whole tree. Yep. Ooh, there it comes. Cool.
Cool.
So yeah, this axe uses mana to take out a whole tree in one go.
Neat.
Yeah.
All right. Mob essence in place, power in place, grinder in place. Let's make some evil sheep. Let's manufacture some evil sheep. That might have to be exact copy. There we are. That should do it. You work it?
Evil sheep, huh?
Evil sheep.
Very evil.
Crazy talk.
And there we are. Evil sheep in a box. And now is it going to be a dead evil sheep? Good job, Grinder.
Here you go, Kate.
Oh.
Okay. Now all we need to do is find out if we're actually getting the
Thank you muchly.
the necessary goodies out of the system. And yeah. And I got a chunk loader here already, so this thing should run. No problem. I guess I'll just take my chances on this.
So where was the Thalmic repairer set up at?
It's set up. It's the bottom left corner of the essence network. Bottom right corner of the essence block, right here. And it's set up to pipe in the. You need to make sure the instrumentum is full. I'm using because I'm using the instrumentum jar here. I used a transverse. What is it? I used the transvector interface to create a clone of the jar so that I could use the same jar to pipe in the instrumentum to the Thalmic restorer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Because the way these bottles are laid out for infusion, you can't put pipes on top of them. But there's more than... With the transvector interface, it gets a little bit magical. So, what's up?